We're live, at least according to YouTube. We're live. Welcome to my basement, everyone. It's frigid down here. In Central PA, it's like 3 degrees outside, and I didn't feel like recording a video officially. I just felt like this would be a lot easier. I'm spine indexing arrows, and I promise this will be a short video because it's a pretty easy concept to understand. But it's something that you just don't really think about that much. Spine indexing arrows, what that refers to is I'm going to take an arrow and I'm going to shoot it through paper as a bear shaft. I'm not going to fletch it. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just going to shoot it through bear shaft. You see I've been doing it for a couple different arrows. These 1, 2, 3, 4 marks down here are the 4 that I'm looking at. What I've done is, pardon the jiggles, bumps, and shakes. Got a gold tip Extreme Hunter here, 400 spine, shooting it. Want to shoot it for 3D next summer and as well for hunting. I normally don't spine index arrows unless they're for spot shooting, 3-5 Vegas, that kind of stuff. But I started doing it with my hunting shafts because it's pretty straightforward. So basically all I'm doing is I take the arrow and I knock it onto the string and I shoot it through paper, and you see I got a little bit low and right tear. Then while the arrow is on the string, I simply twist it and it keeps the knock in place, but the shaft rotates around it, right? And so I'm actually pushing. When the arrow goes to fire, it pushes on a different portion of the shaft, and therefore it changes the spine, if you will, how that arrow, throughout the walls of the carbon, how that arrow reacts to that pressure. And so I rotated about probably 90 degrees, and I got this tear right here, this really ugly low and right. Rotate another 90 degrees-ish, and I went low left. Then I kind of moved it a little bit more, maybe another 30 degrees, almost at a full 360, and I got this near perfect bullet point. I'm a little bit knocked low, but I didn't adjust my rest at all. My rest is set at 13/16 center shot, which is what Elite Elite recommends. And all I did was I just rotate the knock as it relates to the shaft. And then once I do that, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, my phone camera's terrible. I use the indexer of the knock, and then I take a Sharpie marker. Yeah, you can't see it, but I take a Sharpie marker and I mark the place on the shaft where my knock indexer should line up. So when I go to fletch the arrow and then knock the arrow onto the string, it gets knocked in that perfect position, and it was able to shoot, even without any fletchings, be able to shoot a perfect bullet hole. So it just helps your arrows out a little bit. You can, paper tuning is great. I love paper tuning. It's super easy. Walk back tuning, French tuning, it's all great. But bear shaft tuning is really fickle. You're really getting your arrow. I mean, if you can shoot a bear shaft with a point, an almost bullet point, bullet hole through paper, imagine what a fletch shaft will do, and imagine what your grouping will look like at 20, 30, 40, and way out to 60, 70, 80, 100 yards. So just a tip for you. As you can see, I've been doing it with a whole bunch of shafts tonight. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'll say this because I'm not that fickle about perfect, but this one's a little bit knock low here. I think this is where I ended on the last one, so it's a little bit knock low, a little left, but that's okay. These are hunting arrows in particular. With my indoor arrows, I might be a little bit more fickle about it, but if you get it to pretty darn close, you'll notice that they're all knocked low. So that could be a little bit of a rest adjustment, but definitely the spine, the left, right, you can see how ugly this thing is. That's a solid 2-inch tear, and that's only because I just rotated the knock within the shaft. So try spine decks and give it a whirl. I hope you're able to tinker with your archery equipment, get outside, enjoy the sport of archery and archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation. Sorry this video went longer than 2 minutes. I tend to ramble, but I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and that you have a fantastic New Year. I know I'm going to try with my family, my wife and kiddos. So get outside, enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time. Bye-bye. And now we turn it off.